Hello, welcome, good evening to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, one subscriber to channel, and I thank you very much for coming here. Thank you very much for choosing us here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel and make sure to turn the notification on. Make sure say by the time you really come over has on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, make sure say notification 10. No, you do choose all and then. And this evening, of course, because there are a lot of games that are going to go on over the weekend. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, teams not start here preparations. Then there's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, midweek games will be and so more Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. With the latest updates, and the amount we have said, my catch say back-to-back consistent best analytical conversation. Any animal has on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. You do subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notification. Make sure say notification 10 and no. You do choose all on what are the games because so over the weekend, of course, over the weekend, Saturday, 23rd November, Chelsea airborne early kick-off. Early kick-off. It's a Chelsea conversations and who bomb Arsenal. Echo at Emirates Abotima. Your friend Nottingham Forest. There's going to be Aston Villa playing against Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, but Brighton and Hove Albion. There's going to be Everton versus Brentford, Fulham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, Man City versus Tottenham Hotspur, Southampton. Normal team and friend Liverpool, Ipswich Town against Manchester United, and there's going to be Newcastle United versus Tima, your friend of West Ham United. These are all the games because so all through the weekend started early kickoff for Chelsea away at the King Power Sports Stadium. Which is going to be huge. You best start here the pre-match analysis now. Of course, also English Premier League table also at the very top. Chelsea, and Arsenal the first two games over the weekend. But mind you, any of them be over dropping points behind the other one. Every sign of one crab because both of them are tied on points. 19 points for Arsenal, 19 points for Chelsea. Chelsea are quite away to team my friend of Leicester City. Of course, it is the team a branch of friend Enzo Maresca, any free championship, the quality of football boy or championship, it has reduced, of course, under Steve Cooper. They are not playing in the same way, but obviously they will have a lot to prove to let their old manager know say the team is doing very, very well, and that's something that definitely we expect that Chelsea are going to face a very, very stubborn Leicester City side at the King Power Stadium. Whilst on the other hand, Arsenal for the better after some started so moving come some betting some benya football sporting director or very experienced your friend Luis Campos a bit about joining Arsenal. What is going on there is that Arsenal for are prepared to play in that big one against Nottingham Forest. Mind you, Nottingham Forest have been one of the most tough customers in our English Premier League game this season, but Chris Wood winning the Premier League Player of the Month as a last month, share a lot of goals, being very, very solid, an outlet, almost a lot of long balls, almost a physical Arsenal for now. So that game is going to be a huge bone of contention, and it's going to go on at the Emirates. And Chelsea himself, because these games are very tough for all of the clubs around them, they need to win their games. They cannot afford so almost dropping points. Cry on English Premier League table. So there's going to be Liverpool, our top, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, and Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, and then Leicester City. And then we remove all of these ones into details for you. There is some transfer news yet in the last few hours for the various clubs. Of course, Napoli for Ate, City, my friend, and Barca have started conversations with a branch of friend Kvaratskhelia and Napoli for, and now sporting director, your friend Giovanni Manna, in speaking to Sky Italia. Giovanni Manna said there are two things. Almost started contract negotiation with a branch of friend Kvaratskhelia. Now, if they are unable to finish or get it over the line before the season ends, I'm going to also in the summer when the season ends for a branch of friend Kvaratskhelia, everything is clear. Say Napoli for want to keep a branch of my friend Kvaratskhelia. They are very, very huge on so much make keep your branch of friend Kvaratskhelia in terms of tidbits, and then a branch of friend Gianluigi Buffon and a Gigi Buffon a interview also in Italy, and I'll say very, very controversial thing. Gianluigi Buffon say on a Messi abobo at PSG, on a Neymar abobo at PSG, on a Ronaldo abobo our Juventus, on it Zinedine Zidane abobo in the age group for Juventus as well. But for him, the best player he has ever played with, branch your friend Neymar, or not the best player he has played with. Huge controversial take from Abrantia, your friend Gianluigi Buffon, of course, the legend of the game for the Azzurri of Italy, and of course for Juventus. And but then I mean, a lot of people agree, some people do not agree. Say Obeka say Neymar the best player has played, but of course, according to him, on Players on when this is what Gianluigi said, the best player I have ever played with, I would say Neymar Junior. In my opinion, he deserved to win 5 Ballon d'Or. I have the chance to share the pitch with Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, Messi, and more. But Ney was a really special guy and a player. He told Corriere Sport or Italy in talking about him. And then, of course, the personal advisor of Abrantia, your friend Jose Maria Bato, one Laporta personal advisor, your friend Matip. On the Chiringuito interview, and in that interview, Asima Matip Eka Chiringuito said Paris Saint-Germain made an offer worth 250 million for Brentford friend Lamine Yamal last summer. Laporta didn't even consider that. No chance to sell Lamine Yamal. Paris Saint-Germain, after losing Kylian Mbappe, almost 240 million euros. Eric team friend Barcelona to try and convince Laporta. San Quentin Brentford friend Lamine Yamal, obviously, he has taken the world by storm. And say the Barca for sporting director, president, Abrantia, your friend Papa, your friend Laporta didn't even look at the offer. Now Zinchenko actual book and in some book where some revelations. Zinchenko really on the book himself believe via the Athletic. I've seen Mikel Arteta tell injured players to come on the team bus and walk into the dressing room with their wash bag to put the other manager off the skins. Arteta loves to play games with opposition, and he's talking about the mind games about your friend Mikel Arteta. I mean, with a lot of teams. I say several times, what Mikel Arteta catch opposing teams, how many players, how many practice, how form wash bag, how many yes and how many fit, no more 19 dressing rooms in the opposing manager, no, everything kind of decision can crash in the unforced and not make it so, and that's only easy in terms of game preparation. Madrid 4 on the part of a branch friend Eder Militao has successfully undergone the surgery now for the ACL repair, and Yami in the next few days, no best starting the recovery in the next few days for Abrantia, your friend Eder Militao. I know probably, but it's the story being making rounds, and the story was that Chelsea here crack for Liverpool for goalkeeper, your friend Kelleher Kelmy. I see me first of all, maybe I met this story in the frame was first from the Sun, and it was the reason why I tell me they can't bogu at the beginning. I didn't believe Chelsea were going to look at Abrantia friend Kelleher, but a very, very good goalkeeper. In fact, since Alisson Becker prior of Liverpool, we're being a stopgap goalkeeper, and he has done excellently well for team my friend in Liverpool. Now, Sir Kelleher, even for the Irish national team, he has been very, very resolute in post for them. On games, on ball, how they prepare for games, how solid he has been. Kelleher has been one of the best players over the last Nations League summer morning. And I was incensed when the story was that because of Robert Sanchez's bad decision making, so if you're making mistakes in the identity, Chelsea were going to sell him. Chelsea were going to buy a bunch of friend Kelleher. But already, Chelsea got Mike Penders from Club Brugge. I mean, the Belgium Pro League game. Chelsea Philippe Jorgensen as the second choice goalkeeper. Chelsea Georgi Petrovic Strasbourg. So I really found it a little bit funny. Saying focus Chelsea were going to buy Abrantia, your friend of Kelleher, and in the afternoon, Chelsea found about the debunking stories now via pro journalists now at London, and what he said was that Chelsea are not considering the purchase of Abrantia friend Kelleher. They believe in Abrantia friend Robert Sanchez, and I may catch the last time say according to Enzo Maresca as a manager, say Osheni team near Robert Sanchez at the bread on and off the ball. Or yet Rex reward assessments now. There is more of a reward from Robert Sanchez than just the Rex. According to Enzo Maresca, Robert Sanchez Ebony, yes, he makes mistakes leading to go. And on a player in the whole of Europe top 5 leagues now, while making the most mistakes leading to goal. But essentially, it looks as if you said the shot claiming, the cross claiming, the ball, a corner kick, how he comes out and dominates the box. It's our confidence, what in such balls, the shot stopping here, there, he seems to like it, and then that's the reason until I'll be keeping a branch friend Robert Sanchez. So Chelsea, any proper conversation to bring in a branch here, your friend Callahan, I'm still going to go into that big one of Chelsea players, I retaining through training and how it looks as you said you are going to play Nyami Adoma over the weekend against team your friend Leicester City. It's important. Say on boss or now Chelsea team now. Makacho say assistants now. Still, Chelsea has a confirmation of what is going to happen with Lavia, Caicedo, or Enzo Fernandez. Now, before the international break, Chelsea had two major problems. First problem, and they said a lot of the Chelsea fans actually said Cole Palmer playing on the left half space and in the best position, and he seems to be taking a lot out of Cole Palmer. And you see, if you analyze the data, any results, any sign of money or you tend to understand and agree that Cole Palmer is struggling playing from the left half space instead of the right half space. In fact, throughout last season, this season, Cole has been playing from the right hand side and specifically the right half space where a lot of combination play with a branch friend Noni Madueke. Now, because of these things now branch friend Cole Palmer, it's in the right half space in Osha goals I assisted for Chelsea this season from the right hand side. Noni Madueke has 4 goals this season. Cole Palmer assisted the 4 times. It is the most of any trio, any duo or English Premier League assist any goal scorer. On the part of Arsenal, Kai Havertz 3 assisted by Bukayo Saka. Cole Palmer 3 goals assisted, all of them by Nicholas Jackson. And then of course Nicholas Jackson 2 goals assisted by Moise Caicedo. So it's clear, says our partnership on that triangle of Nico Jackson, Cole Palmer on the right, and a branch of Noni Madueke keeping the weight. It is yielding a lot of results. Now, say Ubetimia the proper assessment of why and how this happened. So I brought your friend Enzo Maresca. Coach your friend Enzo Maresca. Before say, what is happening? So in one of those games at Chelsea boy against Nottingham Forest, Enzo Maresca said, Nani player Cole Palmer was being man-marked on the left half space. And even against Liverpool, he was being man-marked. And he decided to move a branch friend Cole Palmer from the left half space, right half space, to play in the left half space. Essentially, being a little bit unpredictable for the season. Senegal teams cannot set up to try and man-mark a branch friend Cole Palmer. And he said, the best position for a branch friend Cole Palmer is your right-hand side on him. But immediately, the next problem for Chelsea popping up, and it's the problem of physicality and defensive balance. Say, Romeo Lavia and Moise Caicedo were going to play together in the middle of the park. It was obviously going to bring in a little bit of lack of balance from an attacking point of view where Cole Palmer was playing in the right-hand side. So because of that, now Chelsea will not invert Marco Correa, neither were they going to invert, when there are 2 types of inversion. Because now in this case, Cole Palmer was playing the left half space in team. Chelsea were now inverting a branch friend Malo Gusto, but they were investing Gusto into the upper right half space. That is as a number 10 to where we be a Cole Palmer airborne. Then it was going to be Lavia and Moise Caicedo sitting at the base for Chelsea Football Club. Really, if you look at the data and how it has helped Chelsea, Abua Chelsea in that regard again. So I left half space in the Cole Palmer born. Now Enzo Fernandez for him to drop deep, for him to combine play, for him to receive the ball in the half turn, for him to play for the connecting role. It was the job of Enzo Fernandez until Brantia, your friend Cole Palmer, and then Opusha Brantia friend Malo Gusto into the right half space. Now, a lot of people I believe say yes, Chelsea were good defensive base, but in the attacking third, on the left half space, in the right half space, so Cole Palmer airborne. Chelsea are not getting the best out of him. Ekofo believe say in terms of the left hand side, the angles do not even favor him because he's left footed. So on the right hand side, he's able to cut it onto his left foot. He's able to, dribble, play the ball forward, leave the ball to Noni Madueke. And in fact, a lot of people have also believed it. So Oshe Cole Palmer playing in the right hand space and Ninti Amanaye very successful has been the fact that Noni Madueke and then it's me ball. It was me jab on Noni Madueke. No, I drop it deep, no receiving ball, no attend it. But on the other side, he has been playing in that area with a branch friend Pedro Neto, and they don't really have a telepathic relationship. Now, one of the things that I'm looking at, and I said, I would want to see Cole Palmer again in the left half space, playing with a branch your friend Jadon Sancho, because Jadon Sancho a different winger than a branch friend Pedro Neto. Or no, more of the La Porsa winger, but to the Wasi, when Cole Palmer ball the short passes, intricate passes, no, pull players out of their block and hopefully break them down. So that's it in terms of Cole Palmer or Horn. I think so Enzo Maresca is going to be a huge one. Another factor I affected Cole Palmer, elbow in the left half space, now resumes are returning back into the team. Now, because Reese injury, and one team go up and down the touchline. Now, I'm person managing you, Reese is restricted to a 3 at the back as part of the center back. Now, there have been times where Enzo Maresca person about Malo goes to Reese, no about Malo in the right half space, no about Reese as a left back as part of build up. Say the or no baby seeing the ball playing ability from there. That is good, but it also tends to affect creativity of the team. And I think the Reese is a major factor in terms of the position of the various players, where they find themselves, how they're going to find themselves. I think that Maresca's goal essentially in what he wants to play, a balance. And how you find balance is important in than anything. And sometimes you want to get balance and then hope say you can dwell on the personal attributes, the attributes, the quality of the team, to try and build you out of games. So with team is solid on your solid structure, then you can bring in an Enzo Fernandez to come and play in. I can several times again. Enzo Fernandez is that kind of player that you literally give the keys to your midfield to. No, I catch and say, I'm building the midfield around you. Control the game, play the football, ball, send open. He's that guy. In fact, all that level of talent. But the problem, however, is that Chelsea do not have the structure yet. They are not at the point where the structure is good enough for them to be able to leave Enzo Fernandez into the dark, throw him in there, and then allow him to try and control games. Whilst the hope said he will not be overrun, they won't feel him, and then make sure that they have people that can press and do the off the ball dirty job for a bunch of your friend Enzo Fernandez, and that's one thing that's affecting the team. And like I said, Tosha Enzo Maresca, the best way in attacking and defensively is to win games. So a lot of the favorites can captain and could be bench and that's what Enzo Maresca person said about control games now. Not what making so being some wins and I think that a lot of the players you better drop him. That's why you are not going to see Joao Felix. The last time after the game against Arsenal, it's saying go for Rekas against Enzo Maresca, elbow in Kuku in the last 8 minutes. But elbow in Kuku, who presses, who reads the ball back, who does the defensive job? And sometimes I think these are some of the things that people should be looking at more than just the names on the on the starting 11 sheet tonight or so starting over Joao Felix. What's Joao Felix coming to do? How does he work without the ball? What's the structure in which he's going to do? Do you trust Joao Felix to help you track back stuff like this? A very important, especially when you're playing against a very stubborn team with Arsenal. Honestly speaking, there is a huge issue with Palmer playing on the left hand side because I've seen decent enough catalog of creative passes from that area. Yes, I get it probably easier when he floats into areas and is strong foot, but he's shown as much aptitude as his finishing. That's more about someone asking me how Palmer has been on the right affects the rest of the team. The problem isn't Palmer playing on the left hand side. The problem is the balance on the side. I think that's the main thing. It's not just about where Palmer plays, but it's about balance now. Maybe a Palmer ball doesn't, if it's going to affect the balance of the team, then fine. Enzo Maresca would have to look at that shape well. But as it stands now, he is dwelling more on the strength of the balance of the side. That's Enzo Abrante and Romeo Lavia and Abrante and Moises Caicedo. The big one is that can Romeo Lavia pass a late fitness test to play against Leicester at 12:30 Saturday? And I said we are going to see the Argentine maestro Abrante and Enzo Fernandez to come in there, come and play some good football for Chelsea Football Club. And those are some of the things that we're waiting. I can't several times say, so what should the way our league table in A shape? What should the way our teams in A shape here? Almost everybody in your year. Chelsea need to start getting that consistent set of results, in, out, that consistency. Goals, control games, because the more they are consistent, the more they grow in confidence, the more they will be able to win games and then push up and then get to targets for the season, which is playing in Europe next season. Essentially Champions League, and then winning something, which is very, very important over there to make sure CBBA come on more. Wait to see say Abrante friend Enzo, Maresca, everything I and Sadia, or which is going to be very, very important. Of course, I'm not paying a catch say Barca for are trying to give a branch friend Pedro Gonzalez contract extension. OFC Barcelona, branch friend Frankie de Jong, and back to Barca training. Bibian, he seems to be fine. Gerardo Piqué, I mean, of course, a Barca legend speaking about FC Barcelona. No, say Barca, any branch friend Gerard Piqué are talking about a lot of things in terms of coming back to Barca and the roles he can probably pick up. Gianluigi Buffon interview, of course, spoke about Barca 2015, Real Madrid 2017 are two of the best football teams in the last 20 years. Spoke about after 2015 Champions League final, I felt someone tapped my back. Gigi, can we swap shirts? It was Leo Messi. The greatest players are never pretentious. They are honest. Talking about Lionel Messi. So Gigi Buffon, I considered signing for Barca as a backup goalkeeper, but I was listening to the radio and an old song came up, something I hadn't listened to in 10 years. It reminded me of Palmer, and I took it as a signal. I had to return to Palmer. Or can't time now free Juventus now up a club. I had to go back to his young team. I friend of Palmer, Gigi Buffon. When I left Juventus, Barcelona offered me a contract to be their substitute goalkeeper. I like the idea of playing with Messi. I'd already played with Cristiano Ronaldo over there. PSG officially denied that they presented an offer to our friend Lamine Yamal. I mean, that's a story also from the personal assistant of Juan Laporta and a PSG for he denied, said he didn't do that. He simply made informal inquiry about the player through his agent Jorge Mendes and nothing else. Oh, Jorge Mendes and they had the agent of our branch friend Lamine Yamal. Wow, what a player! What a representation for our branch friend Lamine Yamal, guys. This is where we draw the curtains for tonight's edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. There isn't so much to talk about. I mean, how much sun up, the players will start their training sessions, a lot of things will come up, and we'll come back, we'll have a lot of conversation. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Until then, no, do take care. See you. Bye-bye.